Hey, sorry, are you here for the funeral as well? Yeah, it's pretty rough. Oh, no, my apologies, sorry. This is not the funeral for Minecraft on YouTube. That's a plot over. This is the funeral for my integrity. See, I'm about to say some dumb things about things that don't deserve praise whatsoever.
Minecraft and YouTube go together like cookie butter and toast. Then in case you don't know, cookie butter's real good on toast.
Didn't even toast it. This is pretty bad, actually.
But in all seriousness, I feel that Minecraft would never have been as big as it is without YouTube, and YouTube would have never been as big as it is without Minecraft. We just passed 15 years of these two being completely inseparable, and honestly, it's not surprising. The two complement each other incredibly well. But why, you might be asking yourself? Here's my little theory. Who controls every single block you place in your Minecraft world? Who determines what to do next whenever a creeper blows up all of your belongings? Who is basically the entirety of Minecraft about? That's right, you. And the exact same thing can be said about YouTube. Who's in charge of uploading and creating every single video you put onto your channel? That's right. You. What makes these things different and special for each and every person who uses them is you. It all comes back to you. Without you as a personality, you as someone who's different, and you as you and only you, neither of these little ecosystems thrive. Without you, these places would be looking like coral reefs. And I ain't talking about the pretty ones, I'm talking about the modern ones. Dusty as fuck. So yes, here's my opinion. When you've got two platforms that are each begging for you to be you, and those two platforms start to mesh together, you've hit a goldmine of artistic expression.
Cut the shit, Don, and take the butter. Put it down! Do you like the ocean? No! Like the ocean?
Granted, yes, it's a little hard to call this art sometimes. These are grown men playing a video game.
Minecraft Among Us.
But it's a personal expression. Art is art, fucker. And people like art. And starting in the early 2010s, people started really liking Minecraft YouTubers. So I rest my case. But okay. Why were these Minecraft YouTubers of the early 2010s so successful? Why were these creators able to make both Minecraft and YouTube, along with themselves, grow to such unparalleled heights? What did it? Some of these guys were getting brand deals before people like Jojo Siwa and fucking Logan Paul had any hope of doing anything like this. And Mr. Beast. Can't forget about Jimmy. Well, it all started off small, much like the rest of gaming YouTube as a whole. These guys started off with simple survival Let's Plays, complete with shitty mics, 480p quality, and a lot of dead air.
Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of SkyDoesMinecraft. Alright.
But oftentimes, that dead air was filled with nothing but auteur-like passion. These creators were just eager to create, and they weren't afraid to be themselves while doing it.
He's got 3 legs, I just noticed that. Or is that third one his dick, and he's like slapping me with his dick?
Half the time, you just have these guys rambling about how their day went at their job or school or whatever, or they just sang.
Tickle, 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 belly time. Gonna tickle your belly time.
And it all added up to create a nice little window into somebody's life and personality. It felt like you kinda knew who the person was. You could relate to them. They were a human. And most humans like humans. Emphasis, most humans.
Actually, people suck. Porpoises are superior.
But pretty soon after all the little solo outings, you know, the mod showcases, those survival Let's Plays, everything like that, things became a bit different. Those Minecraft creators began to collaborate with one another, and that's where things really took off. Oftentimes, the differences between these creators' personalities were very jarring, but even still, it seemed that nearly every major Minecrafter would eventually collaborate with one another, all in increasingly interesting ways. You had kinships like Bayesian Canadian and ASF Jerome, all forged with a little simple Skype call and a couple of rounds of Minecraft Hunger Games that have ended up lasting for years and years and years. Or even beyond little two-man groups, you'd have huge-ass groups like the SkyDoesMinecraft little club, I don't know, that branched out from 4 to 5 to sometimes even 10 creators, all at once bouncing off of each other in interesting ways. With those major groups and even the duos, that dead air issue was dead and gone.
Alright, so...
Go now!
No, don't do that!
Go now!
And even still, everybody was able to be themselves, it seemed. You know, there was obviously some exaggeration, but everybody was different. I'm just gonna go over a few of my favorites right now. SkyDoesMinecraft was a bit loud, and yeah, a lot of the times too loud.
Oh god, there he is! Oh no!
No, I'm not ready for this kind of commitment.
But for what he was essentially the head of the Minecraft YouTube scene, he worked. His humor stemmed from what would work best for children, and believe it or not, Minecraft is a children's game. But his humor varied drastically to that of people like the aforementioned Beige Canadian ASF Jerome, who relied heavily on in-jokes and gags that seemingly popped up out of nowhere.
I'm sorry, you should know. It wasn't count, though.
No count?
Unfortunately, there's no count in this mod.
I think there is, though. Peppercorn saplings. There's unicorn horns. There's corn seeds, popcorn.
To this day, I still have little bits of theirs linger on in my head that pop up in my little colloquial speech. Nobody gets it, but I love it.
Cornbread.
There's so much cocaine!
Then there's people like Sunday and Lancey, relying a lot on cringe comedy with their survival series and stuff like that, which carried on to Sunday and Craner as well.
I want you to twerk in front of that tree, okay?
Skibbity toilet!
Basherverse had his absurdism, Deadlocks had sheer vulgarity, and Steven Suptic or Haunt had whatever the hell he did.
Chase your dreams, kids. Don't chase your food on the plate.
Meanwhile, Munching Potato, House Owner, and Kyle, not saying his full username, just drenched themselves in irony. And XRPMX13 would do this to a different extent, just while also relying on impersonations and characters to get a laugh out of viewers.
Hello, I'm Morgan Freeman, and today I'm gonna be a cop.
Each and every person was their own individual with their own personalities, jokes, ideals, etc. And though usually, yeah, these differences meshed well together, it wasn't all perfect. They'd butt heads, they'd get pissed at each other, there'd be rifts that eventually be patched up. Sometimes they wouldn't be patched up, i.e., these people were real-life humans! You know, for the good and the bad, but they were human, you could relate to them. And they were making thousands, if not millions a month, just by being humans. And even through all this time, the videos barely changed, and that was kind of a good thing. All these creators had to do to flourish was be themselves, and at a time where pop culture became infatuated with the glitz and glamour of the Justin Biebers, Kardashians, or any other multi-millionaire living lives that we could never hope to achieve in Beverly Hills, YouTube's story and these creators' story was against all of that. Everything about this little scenario was about the underdog coming up from the underground. It was filled with nothing but common folk doing low-rent things that they enjoyed. By no means was such an unrefined site meant to prosper, by no means was such an unrefined set of people meant to prosper, but it did. The absolute pinnacle of this time period, in my eyes, was the Do Not Laugh series by SkyDoesMinecraft.
I understand that I'm sucking this dude's dick a lot today, and God knows he doesn't deserve it. But you gotta understand, he was the biggest creator at the time. Sorta. And as such, he had a lot of influence on the scene, and also a young, impressionable version of me. So do me a favor, you've heard this a million times, separate the art from the artist here if you could. I know he's done some horrible things, but just hear me out on this point. Yeah, I just called him an artist. That doesn't feel right.
It's Freddy Fazbear!
Do Not Laugh was a set of videos merely using Minecraft as a backdrop, where rather than playing the craziest set of minigames the game could offer, an alternating cast of 5 YouTubers sat in game and told jokes to each other. Much like the rest of most of the Minecraft community at the time, it was vulgar, it was awkward, and sometimes it was even very much so unfunny, but it was magic.
This is gonna be horrible.
Knock, knock.
Was there?
I've
who?
a sore hand from knocking.
Really?
Oh god.
Fuck it, I'm coming in, babe.
It was just a group of friends hanging out, and it absolutely worked. I watched the series myself at a young age, typically when I was supposed to be asleep, and just absorbed every ounce of hilarity I could from it. The mark it left on me is unmistakable, because this series didn't just introduce my young mind to a new form of online content, it introduced me to the happiness one could achieve through genuine socialization in general, which is something my awkward preteen tendencies were definitely in need of a glimpse of. And clearly, I wasn't the only one who was affected, with each episode routinely racking up millions of views. All of this goes to show that what made a gaming YouTuber special wasn't the game they played or the quality of the production, but the person playing and who they surrounded themselves with.
The fuck? Take that one.
I'm pretty sure he's laughing.
Hold on, no. There was a joke entitled to the bone, and I want to finish my goddamn joke.
Feeling that right there.
Go for it.
Throw me a bone at him.
But that's also not to say that Minecraft as a backdrop didn't help these guys a lot. Minecraft would draw the people in, and the YouTubers themselves would keep people coming back for more.
Excuse me, Mr. Warden, could you fetch me some water wings? I'm kinda drowning in
But, as good as things were, things do change. Minecraft kind of phased out. The kids who watched it were growing up, and a new batch of kids who were raised even more online than the last generation were coming fresh into the Minecraft scene and kind of made it a little bit weird for the older people.
Yeah, it kind of feels weird being here.
Meanwhile, elsewhere on YouTube, Leafy happened, Filthy Frank.
The protege learns from the master. The master learns from the god.
And then PewDiePie happened.
What a fucking...
Yeah, this is where YouTube lost itself. And, you know, I kind of had to.
Look, I dislike the purified version of YouTube as much as the next guy, but you gotta understand something. It was either gonna turn into whatever we have now, or it was gonna turn into whatever the hell Twitter is now, but with even less money coming in. You tell me what you'd want.
Here, wait, check this shit out.
Cringe King 10 starts off with a typo-filled intro of Stewie dancing to a Wii Shop Space Jam mashup.
Oh boy, that video sure didn't age well.
Also, I just want to note, the bridge incident wasn't the only thing that caused the adpocalypse. There was a lot of stuff that went on. That's just kind of the peak. That's the peak.
Yes, the adpocalypse was born thanks to the bridge incident. And this meant that people had to strategize how to make money on YouTube now more than ever. And even though the Minecraft scene had done this a bit before, things were taken to the extreme after this. Essentially, everything that wasn't child-friendly had to go, which to many of the Minecraft YouTubers who hadn't already hopped off the bandwagon at this point was a killing blow. People had to figure out what to do to ensure they got every cent they could, meaning maximizing views and audience retention.
I have an apple.
If you've ever heard of Pibby, hit the like button.
And to pull in the young viewers, still the prime demographic of YouTube gaming, creators would scream every line so viewers couldn't fall asleep.
Hey, Buffet, my...
Save some for me!
Put out an endless array of the same type of gameplay with no new ideas, and whip up clickbait thumbnails drenched in every vibrant, eye-piercing color your brain can comprehend. It all was very soul-sucking, but perhaps the biggest soul-sucker for these videos was the editing. Old Minecraft YouTube was rarely edited. You got to see every ounce of socialization that these YouTubers had during their call, simply because they didn't cut anything really. They were too lazy, but it worked. Those moments, and even the quiet moments where, you know, nobody was talking, kind of just grounded all of those old videos in reality, and reminded people that it was just a group of guys in a Skype call playing a game together. But with all the editing, with all the fast-paced, non-stop cutting, it was kind of hard to relate to any of these new gamers at all. But despite my distaste for these new features, they worked. And that's what we were stuck with for a while. The games that the more modern YouTubers played ranged a lot, but were essentially all flavor of the month, none of which really ever reached the peaks of Minecraft for the most part, with exceptions to Fortnite and FNAF. And, you know, I love you, Fortnite, but even your content creators are a little,
Oh! No way! I'm sorry, mate. That deserves another one.
It's just... There's nothing I can...
What a baby.
So yeah, it kind of began to seem like the same personalities have been copied and pasted over and over, with every aspect of these videos seemingly being thought up of by a corporate think tank of some kind.
Uh-oh, looks like someone didn't meet their Baldy quota for the month.
However, a nostalgic comeback like no other soon shook the scene and swept the world over.
You know it. Chamber pots are back!
Minecraft had returned to the public eye thanks to a semi-ironic, semi-genuine wave of appreciation from various online communities, mainly PewDiePie. Fresh off of a behavior overhaul, the guy had popularized playing the game once more and making casual survival content for the modern YouTube audience, with his series getting a whopping 842 million combined views. And with that success came imitators, all once more hopping on that irresistible Minecraft bandwagon. Creators such as Dreams spawned into relevance, concocting content based on professional strategies to maneuver and beat the game as quickly as possible, alongside survival multiplayer series consisting of heaps of content creators joining a single Minecraft world. And once again, everything in this genre started to dominate the feeds of both YouTube and Twitch viewers. But there was just one little major fucking problem. Everything still had that unmistakable corporate stench behind it. PewDiePie had the fast-paced editing and obnoxious personality in his little Catalyst series that was designed to attract children, and Dream's content was no different, with him simply adding some of his fellow content creators to screech alongside with him, all of whom could be mistaken for one another, unless you could tell their accent. Oh, this one's British, this one ain't. Great. The only remnant of what used to be was the fact that they were all still playing Minecraft together, a game designed for creativity and being yourself. Kinda ironic, huh?
As if this video hasn't been subjective enough, here's where we're gonna get a little more subjective.
So, here's the deal. I'm not gonna say that the old Minecraft YouTubers didn't have moments where they were completely annoying as hell.
I love you, Quentin! Goodbye! Goodbye!
But these new ones are much more consistently annoying. If we're looking at videos, can you tell me the personality of any of Dream's friends, or even Dream himself in this video?
Dream.
Sam, no! Sam!
Come on, wait, he died.
Oh! Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Come on.
Go, 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 go!
Oh! He's dead. No way.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say you probably can't tell who's who because they're all screaming all the time! See, I proved my point by screaming. That's the joke. I don't gotta explain the joke.
Meanwhile, can you tell me a bit about the personalities of the people here?
Hello, class.
Hey.
Welcome to another teacher with Mudkip, Munching Potato, Sky, and, well, where's
Yo.
that other fella?
Yo, what up, dogs?
Oh,
He's
and of course, the Bajan Canadian.
He's a late student. He's so cool.
Always
Thank
late
you.
for class.
He's so dreamy.
Personally, I'd say I can distinguish them from one another.
They're similar, sure, they're all YouTubers, but all a slight bit different in their own way. But to be fair, in that clip, the guys are role-playing a bit. You know, they're in school, they're themselves to a degree, but they're also playing those characters. So let's be fair, wouldn't you know it, the modern Minecraft YouTubers are kinda doing the same thing, particularly with their SMPs. Let's look at a clip here.
No! Yes! What the hell? What?
What's happening?
What? No! My face! Whoa! What just...
Chubbo, stick with me, stick close. The Manberg.
What?
But okay, what's the difference between that and this?
Sloppy Joe!
Here it is. The modern YouTubers are acting poorly but playing it for real.
Don't you see what's happening here? Don't you see history repeating itself? You think Schlatt was the cause of your problems? No! It was government!
These are written characters and storylines they're performing amateurishly. And in turn, you're kinda getting a piss-poor product that doesn't realize is piss-poor. In my eyes.
Now, I'm not gonna necessarily knock you for liking this. We all have different opinions on what makes a good story. But for me, I prefer something that knows it's amateurish and plays into the fact that it's sorta bad, rather than something that kinda stumbles over itself in its overly serious nature.
These are 16 to almost 30-year-olds playing a blocky children's game as a job, but at no point do they ever really play to the ridiculousness of that scenario. Meanwhile, on the other side of the equation, self-awareness helps a lot here.
No, I'm just waiting for everyone else to shut the fuck up so I can go on with my very funny and entertaining joke that the people at home sitting there wishing they hadn't subscribed to us all would love.
Look, again, these are not perfect, but I can at least sit through them and recognize a semblance of relatable human characteristics that aren't. And yeah, there were times where the older creators tried to do a little bit more scripted stuff as well, but most of the time it kind of fell flat, and then they stopped.
I can't take any more of this!
Really, at the heart of this all, it just feels like the humanity has been sucked out of modern gaming content. And in its place is a bunch of photocopied personalities that are all the same and all in it just to make a quick buck. And that's not to say that the old YouTubers weren't just in the game to make money either, but in my opinion, they at least blended more creativity and personality into their work. For me, I feel nothing when watching this newer content. Maybe that's just because I'm a 23-year-old man instead of a 14-year-old boy, but I don't know. The newer guys don't really feel like real people, and as such, I feel like I can't really learn or take away anything from these guys like I did with the old stuff. These aren't human beings having fun, these are YouTubers. In my eyes, the newer guys are cookie-cutter creators with cookie-cutter humor that all just kind of boils down to queerbaiting and screaming. Okay, look, it existed back then too, but it wasn't as bad as it is today. Look, I haven't seen gore hentai art of Skylocks. Can't say the same about the other side of the fence. Bottom line is this: YouTube used to feel like a place where you could be yourself and make a whole career off of it. Nowadays, it just seems like you have to be a YouTuber to be successful on here. It's an issue across the entire site, but I just feel that Minecraft is kind of one of the biggest cases where this is apparent. So I think there's no better time than now than to pour one out. Yep. Oh, no. That's still not for Minecraft YouTube. This is for my integrity yet again. I just praised a scene that deserves to be in flames. I mean, have you seen what some of the guys that were in it went on to do? Yeah, ever hear of a guy named Jin Bop Game?